Verja at the 4 and 5. Mike Miller is out there with John Lucas, and it's Marion in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
Thank you.
What's up with them?
They got traded.
When?
Today. That's the league, man. We cogs in the machine.
It's a business. I'm new, and even I know that. Hey, maybe the change of scenery doing some good. They'll be all right.
I'm sure you've all heard we're going to have some new faces around here. We all know that change is part of the business. Your job is to make the new guys comfortable so that the transition on and off the court is seamless. We rise and fall as one.
Yo, glad you're here. We're a tight group, so watch and learn. And when you feel comfortable, do your thing.
Hey, as long as I don't interfere with me doing my thing. I'm just playing, man.
Reach out, touch space.
Nothing goes together like the Pacers and Indiana as we get ready for an interconference contest here in Indianapolis. I'm Kevin Harlan. We've got an action-packed Saturday night of NBA. Rainey's checked in for the Pacers. Scola comes in for David West. Then for the Kings, Thompson comes in for Carl Landry. And it's McCallum in for Stauskas. On the floor for Sacramento. Up front, it's Thompson and Cousins. Collison is out there with McCallum. And it's Gay in at small forward. And it'll be Sacramento as it goes out of bounds. The Kings retain possession.
Last season, the fans in Indiana finally came back in bunches to support their hometown Pacers. They were in the top 10 in attendance, up from 25th in 2013.
And the Kings making a change here. Morris has checked in.
And we've got a moment to see some numbers for Paul George, averaging 21 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. And he really brings that offensive firepower to this team. Finding ways to score is his specialty.
Yeah, that's his identity, Steve, among other contributions, obviously. But the ability to make plays that put up points, that's a major weapon in his arsenal.
McLemore's checked in for Darren Collison. George dishes to Stuckey. To the inside, Mahinmi rejected by Morris. McLemore with the ball. Right now averaging 7 points a game. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Here's Watson, and good coming on the assist by Rodney Stuckey. Watson's got 7.
It has taken them no time to build this lead up on the strength of a great first quarter offensively.
And they need to continue to put pressure on the defense and try to really run away with this one from here.
They'd love to get more of those, the easiest 2 points possible. And on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their D. And I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that.
Here's Morris. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Pacers leading by 9. Stuckey kicks to Watson. Down low. Mahinmi's shot is good. Mahinmi's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, they've yet to string many stops together.
Just seems like they've been a step slow here.
McCallum, the pass to Morris. And stolen by Scola. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Rodney Stuckey on the wing. To the middle. Mahinmi. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And one of the factors in that game was they just couldn't get to the foul line and get enough points from the free throw line to make a difference.
And it gave those opposing fans a boost every time another foul shot clanked off the rim. They were letting them hear about that.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You can hear the impact from where I am.
Need more than that, son.
Doing what I can, Coach.
For the King. Making some changes. Chris Copeland's checked in for C.J. Miles. And it's Watson in for Rodney Stuckey. The Kings also with the sub. Morris is checked in. Watson out there with Paul George. Then it's Scola. Then there's Ian Mahinmi. And it's Copeland in at the 3. So that's the group out there for Indiana. 1:25 left to play here in the half.
Jason Thompson, 6'11", out of Rider College. Not a big-time program, but he was well-known coming out of that school because of his ability and his size. And he's proven to be a pretty solid NBA player, very well-rounded.
And it's Mahinmi finishing it off.
Just putting on a passing display out there.
Well, just add another fantastic assist to the highlight reel for this guy.
Gay kicks to Thompson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Thompson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
After digging themselves that hole in the first quarter, this club is starting to shoot the ball much better now.
Yeah, you know, sometimes it takes a little while to work out the knots. I mean, they're starting to put it together.
And Jason Thompson able to step outside and hit a jump shot from time to time.
Yeah, and he's a good, solid shooter and scorer, Kevin. Not a great free throw shooter, though, but he does finish inside. I liked him. I liked him at Rider, and I like what I've seen of him so far in the play.
Pacers leading by 16. Screen by Scola. Watson dishes to Scola. Banked in off the glass.
I like the way they've played here in the first half. Just an intelligent floor game, getting good shots.
Numbers certainly back that up. They're shooting a much better percentage.
Morris inside. Mahinmi on him. That's good. Here's George. Fades back. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. And through one half.
Well, David.
All right, fellas, let's focus. It's not going to be easy to quiet this crowd down in the second half, but we can do it. Couple of things. In the second half, we need to come out and start playing angry. We're in no position to sit back and let the game come to us.
Well, it's been a one-sided.
Let's see what you got, son.
Mahinmi's checked in for Hibbert. Scola comes in for West, and it's C.J. Miles in for C.J. Watson. Sacramento also making some changes. Thompson, he's checked in for Landry. Evans comes in for Rudy Gay. And Ray McCallum subbed in for Stauskas. On the floor for Sacramento. Up front is Cousins. Ray McCallum out there with Collison. And it's Evans in at the 3 spot. Scola, a screen on Evans. Right side, Scola, and that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
And with a quick chance here, let's take a look now at some of the numbers for Rodney Stuckey. He's putting up 9 points per game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And when you take his overall contributions on the whole, he's been putting up some pretty good numbers, but I think he can do more.
And, Steve, sometimes that's just part of the game, weathering periods where your stats might not show all of what you're doing on the floor.
You gotta love the low post offense. That was beautiful.
So it's Sacramento. 17-point game. And here's Collison, averaging 12 points a game. 9 feet out. Morris, no good.
Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Well, the score has a lot to do with that, Clark. Just based on that, you'd think the rebounding gap would be huge.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Well, a great rebounding small forward can give any team an X factor. Let's look at a few guys who have been playing that role over the course of the last month. 5th best, Paul George.
And maybe they're not the biggest or strongest players in the front court, but that hasn't limited their ability to get in there, mix it up, and come up with a lot of rebounds night in and night out.
Yeah, you mentioned their lack of size and strength compared to the post players around the NBA, but I've always found that the best rebounders usually aren't the biggest guys. They're the most tenacious, and they have excellent timing and the ability to get off their feet multiple times quicker than their opponent.
McCallum, the pass to Morris. Shot clock at 6 from 12 feet out. And Thompson kicks to McLemore. Good ball movement here by the Kings. A second chance effort, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. 6 points for Clutch. Pacers leading by 17. There's the pick. Stuckey dishes to Miles. Back to Stuckey. Here's Copeland. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
Oh, that's a frustrating one there. Easy look at the hoop.
Now, here is Morris. Tight defense on him, and that one's good.